Hello you beautiful people and welcome to today's video, which is a brand new sketchbook tour. And yeah, it took me not that long to fill this boy because I filled it only from one side because it's spiral bound and also landscape format, so it was would have been a little bit unpleasant to use the other side of the paper, so I did not do it. And I think that's fine. I have gone to use sketchbooks the way I want and the way that feels most comfortable for me. So I highly can recommend that. If you usually are a person who uses a sketchbook from both sides of the paper and you have one that's very weird to handle that way, you're free to not do that because you always do that. That's not the reason you should. You should do it because you're having fun. So yeah, this one is from Artway Studio from the UK and the paper is pretty nice. I did not expect it to be this neat with watercolors especially, and except for my Pentel pocket brush that did bleed a tiny feather out a tiny bit, none of my other outline pens have really feathered out, so that was nice. At least not the one with pigment ink. So yeah, let's get into the sketchbook tour. This is the 8th sketchbook I filled this year, and I forgot to put something on this page, so I just wrote that it's the 8th sketchbook of this year. And I started it on the 30th of July 2020 and I finished it on the 18th of August 2020. And here we have just my usual selfie with my cat. And oh yeah, this sketchbook is not that full, but there's a lot of Hell of a Boss and also Husband Hotel fan art in this sketchbook. So if you don't like that, I'm very sorry. I love this show and the pilot and all the stuff that's surrounding both shows. And I can't wait for more because Millie is just adorable. So yeah, here I used a bit too much water. If I hadn't done that, there wouldn't be these weird effects, but I kind of like them. I'm kind of an adventurer girl here. I don't like how she turned out. I still try to figure out this more semi-realistic style I'm going to pursue. So yeah, happy Friday. This was me spilling my coffee everywhere, just falling asleep while sitting, the usual stuff. And here are just a bunch of my OCs. This is my demigod Santos, my witch Lena, and my other witch Sinister. And here we have more fan art of Hell of a Boss with Moxie and Millie. These two are so adorable. They're very cute. Very, very cute. I love them. Okay, yeah, here's just a bit of more OC art with characters from the comic project I'm working on currently. I had to take a break. I was very good in my planning of time, but I had to take a break because my wrist was a bit strained, and yeah, but it did really work to not draw that much in my sketchbook and to not draw digitally at all, so it could recover a bit and I'm way better now. So yeah. Next page I'm gonna skip. There I just wrote down the reasons why I quit Patreon, and there are many reasons why I'm quitting Patreon. One of the reasons is that I'm very stressed to post there, and I never feel like I'm posting enough no matter how much I post, and I don't know, I just never feel like I'm doing enough. And in this time when a lot of people are losing their jobs, I don't shame anyone for using Patreon as their income, because, you know, a lot of full-time artists make great use of Patreon, and I find that very beautiful. But I have a full-time job, I can't pay my bills with it, and I just feel weird to build a paywall with a side hustle that's not really... I don't really need to live and survive, so... Yeah, also Patreon went after a lot of not safe for work artists, which I don't find great, and I don't wanna support that so much. As I said, I don't blame anyone for using Patreon. It's a great opportunity for full-time artists, really. But for me personally, it's not that great. So if you would like to support me, I'm always linking my Redbubble and my Ko-fi down in the description. So if you would like a thank you sketch, you can donate a Ko-fi or something like that. But you don't have to, because I know that money is pretty tight these days. So, more enlightening things, more happy things. I drew the old boy Stolas, and I kind of was too lazy to draw Clovis here, so... But maybe, you know, he's on a special phone call. So, I really liked... So he has his own Instagram account, and I really liked this one post where he was wearing the suit. I really found it pretty. I found it cool. So I drew him in the suit. And I wanted to see if I can draw him at all. I think it's the first time I drew him ever. I think. I guess. I don't want to be lying, but I think. So... And because I drew Stolas, I had to draw Blitz as well. So... Yeah. Here's this boy. And... Yeah, here's me just... I'm very, like, probably 99% of people. I'm very worried about the future, but I found that drawing and especially indulging into fandoms and diving into them and draw fan art and draw my OCs and thinking about my own stories and stuff can take me out of the worry for a while, so... Yeah, that's great. I mean... You should have something that just takes you out of worrying all the time. Reading also really works for me right now. I'm currently reading another Stephen King book. I can't remember the English title. It's a lot of numbers. It's 11/22/63, I think. The one with the time travel. It's a great book. It's over 1,000 pages, and that's just what I need right now. So yeah, here are some more Leslies. And this was before my vacation started, and I really wanted this vacation. I was very, very tired. So, oh yeah, here it was very warm, and my hairband snapped, and my hair was tickling me and stuff. I was so done. Like, here's Terry, and me and my cat. Yeah, I wrote another job application, and I dreamt I actually got that job, and I wish that would happen. Because, like, after 6 years, sometimes you need a bit of fresh wind in your life, you know what I mean? I talked about that in another video already. And here are Bastian and Annie just being best of friends. Like, friendship goals right there. And this was when my hand was hurting really bad and I had to take a break. And I tried to draw a little bit, which I shouldn't have done. But, yeah, more Terry. After these sketches, this is my boy Bastian again. I felt a bit better with my hands, and here is more Good Omens fan art. And again, Bastian and Annie just being happy. And I used some of the paints my wife made me here. She made me a pastel palette for watercolors, and I really love it. It's amazing. And I used some of those here, as I said. So here is Stolas again, falling asleep in a meeting, and it was very, very hot when I drew this, so I had to Let Angels Suffer With Me, of course. Oh yeah, here I made some thumbnails for the book and art video I posted before, and I was trying to make a background piece with Patroclus and Achilles like being in a lake. This is supposed to be a lake, here's a waterfall and stuff, but I ended up doing something completely different. I hope that's fine. I kind of liked how it turned out. Yeah, so I was like, my body was like, I'm done, this is it, I'm done, I'm never going to stand up again, I'm just laying here and trying not to melt. This was my last week, my last week before vacation started. Some Leslie and Jane. And then my hand was hurting more. Who would have thought? And so I could not draw because it's what keeps me sane. Like, I need to draw at work because I need to do it. So I just drew with my left hand, and I drew in this very cartoony style, which was a lot of fun. For those who are saying this looks very good, I have been practicing this for a while now, so I did not do it for the first time here. If you're following my sketchbook tours for a while, I've been doing that in several sketchbooks before. And I also am a bit ambidextrous is the word for to be able to use both hands, because my dad is, and I kind of always have been using my left hand for a lot of stuff, just not drawing and writing, and I need to practice that because the lines are very wonky, but it's good when my right hand needs a break, so I can just sketch a bit with my left one. These are also left hand sketches. You can see the line quality is not that great. These are also left hand sketches. And this girl was a bit inspired by this one new Netflix show. I had her image in my head when I drew this. So yeah, this was also drawn with my left hand, and I just filled in the space later with some swatches. Don't know why. It was just looking so empty, so I just filled in the space. So this was drawn with my right hand again, with my main hand, so to speak. And it's Joshua and Bastian just doing the snuggles. I tried to make this effect, like the room was dark, but there were like small strips of light coming in through the window. And I drew this cat, which I really liked. Here are some of our witches. This is Maya and this is Magere, my wife's character. Here I drew a little bit of a little comic, like Trish being a bit drunk on wine, a bit tipsy, and speaking a bit of nonsense. So here are some pencil sketches I went over with watercolors to make the pencil stay on the paper, because when you draw a pencil sketch, it's very probable to smudge, especially with spiral bound sketchbooks where the pages are wiggling around when you carry the book in your backpack or in your bag or whatever. So I usually go over these sketches with watercolors, because then the watercolors lay over these pencil marks and they make them stay on the paper. They make a little security layer over them. Like fixative wood maybe. So yeah. Oh yeah, here I started to redesign Prescott. And he's my old character from DeviantArt, if you know my old account. And I used him in an OCT, but I was thrown out very, very quickly. I think after the first round, I lost against someone and I went out of the tournament. And yeah, so I never really got to use him properly. It's kind of a thing for me to have these OCTs were very big on DeviantArt for a while, and this is also where I got Leslie from another OC tournament. and I kind of like the designs very often I did for them, and so I tried to redesign Prescott. My drawings were very bad when I did this tournament though, and I don't know if you are familiar with these tournaments. You have a bunch of OCs and they're battling against each other, and there were very famous ones where, you know, I don't know if you know Carl from Unknown Person and Arma, his little crow, and they made these amazing like flash animations for these tournaments instead of comics, and I was like, oh, I loved it so much. I watched it so often. So yeah, this is where he was from an OCT from an OC tournament. So and I tried to redesign him, and I kind of took the story I had in mind for him in the first place, and I plan on doing maybe a little mini comic with him and a little witch I designed, and post it on Instagram and stuff. So, because I don't know, I kind of have the urge to post a comic on Instagram again. I don't know. It was always fun to do when I still had the Good Omens fan comic, so I kind of feel like it could be fun to do it, because drawing traditionally just does not strain my hand that much, and yeah, I kind of need to figure out a way to do the Leslie comic without my hand breaking. I probably will have to do the outlines by hand, like traditionally with a pen and paper, because this apparently is the only way that my body can function right now. So yeah. Oh yeah, this was last week. I had a little bike crash because a woman came from behind a corner from where she shouldn't have been riding her bike. She was from the wrong direction, and yeah, we crashed into each other. There was nothing major happening. Nobody was hurt very badly, but I got 2 days of sick leave from my doctor because my neck was hurting very bad, and my back and my arm, and I was like my muscles, he said my muscles had hardened when we collided, so I had the worst of pain, like if I had worked out, you know, like as if I did that, and I could not sit, like my back was hurting so bad, so he let me leave work 2 days earlier before my vacation. I was very lucky. I never am really sick, so I think it's fine. I was sick 4 times or 3 times in 6 years or so, like whatever. So here's more Prescott, who can also do a little magic. And here is Mafalda, the witch I designed for him to be his buddy. And I really like her design. I really like her poofy hair and the style of clothes and stuff, so I'm excited to draw him more. And I'm really excited to draw a bit in this cartoony style, because it's kind of starting to get very easy and very fast, and I don't need to think so much about realistic anatomy and stuff like that. So for a little fun side project, this is kind of the perfect style, I think. Here are some more OCs of my wife and I don't know, I just had the urge to draw them. Here's my Prescott and Mafalda, and I like these expressions. It was very much fun to draw. And here are the two again. You see I'm a bit obsessed right now. They make me so happy because they are so cute. And this is supposed to be Prescott's old master and owner, and yeah, he'll be only a part in the first panels, and then he will be gone. So these are a bit stiff, but I don't know, I was very tired when I drew these. And here's my boy Bastion. I feel like the face is a bit long on this one, but I kind of like this one. Oh yeah, and then yesterday we went to a bigger art store that is 1 hour away from where we live, and I was there months ago. I don't remember if I was there since this whole apocalypse scenario started. And I didn't want to go there in between if I didn't need to, because I don't want to go out. I want to stay inside as much as possible, even though the numbers have gone down a bit. I just want to be extra careful and I don't want to be going around for that much, but I really wanted to have some bookbinding supplies, and that's the cheapest way I could get them. So we drove there yesterday, of course, with masks and all. You can't even enter without, and it's all good, it's all fine. And I bought some supplies. I bought some glue, I bought some bookbinding linen. I think it's called linen. It's one side is fabric and the other one is a waxy paper kind of thing. And I bought waxed yarn and watercolor paper to use in the bookbinding. And everything else I had was still at home. I still had a lot of stuff I needed, but I needed especially more new glue, because I had one that I had since, I don't know, 8 or 7 years since I started art school, whatever you want to call it, and it was just a big lump. I could not even open this container anymore, so I threw that out and got some new one to bind some books. And I have them actually right beside me. Let me show you. So we have this public library shelf some streets away from my house, and I sometimes go there on my doggy walks, and I picked up 2 books I'm going to slaughter. Please don't kill me for that. I looked it up. These are actually mass produced, and if you would like to buy them from some shop on the internet, this would be like €1, and this would also be like €2 and stuff. So these are not antique books. These are mass-produced books. There are lots of them. So I picked them up because I wanted to practice bookbinding again, and I wanted to give these a new life. Usually these older books are in this public library shelves for months and months before someone just throws them out, because nobody wants them anymore. So I got this one, and this has this cute little cow and stuff, like cute little drawings, and I want to, of course, keep the inside, because I would like to use some of these drawings to glue in the book after I put in the new pages and stuff. So I want to make these 2 into sketchbooks. And basically I found some really funny stuff in in these books, like old papers and stuff, and I'm definitely gonna keep at least this one and use it for something else. And yeah, this is also just poems in old German that I barely can pronounce even, and there are not like a lot of illustrations in here I could use, but yeah, we'll see. So I want to make these 2 into sketchbooks, and I'm probably gonna pick up some more. So, but I also want to make sketchbooks of my own. This is why I bought the linen, because these one are gonna keep their original look on the outside. I just want to put a new set of pages inside of these. I hope that makes sense. Please don't kill me for that. I know that people are very defensive about destroying books, and I get that. I really get that. And I'm sorry, but I really want to try it. And yeah, please don't come for me. So here is more Mafalda and Prescott, and yeah, just some little interaction. And this was also an idea for a character. I don't know if I'm really going to use him. We'll see. Yeah, this is the end already. Also, I wrote some things in the back. I'm not going to show you yet because I am planning to do my own prompt list for an art challenge in October, because I don't want to participate in October anymore. And I made my own prompt list and I'm going to post it on my Instagram in the middle of September, I think. And yeah, if you want to participate, that's fine. I just made it more for myself because I want to make a little bit more of horror illustrations, and I kind of made up some eerie prompts to inspire myself. And yeah, I already have some ideas what I could draw. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. And this has been the sketchbook tour. It's already finished. We're already done. We're already through. It seemed very short to me, but I'm looking at my voice recording on my screen behind my camera right now and it says 26 minutes. Can you believe that? So let's end it here. And yeah, let's end it here. So this is the video. I thank you very, very much for watching, and we see each other next time. And until we see each other, please do something that makes you happy. Bye! That was weird. Bye. 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 Bye.